some of the moments of friction, or healthy friction between you and Gene Roddenberry?
Well, I was very proud to be doing the series. Really was. Not only as an actor, because I thought that I and everybody else involved were doing good work, but because I thought we were doing intelligent work and meaningful work. I wanted to become an actor because very early on, when I was a teenager, I was acting in plays that I felt were designed to help people understand the human condition. I'm serious about this. It was a cause for me. It wasn't just to be entertaining. It was to be educational. It was to be enlightening, to give people a sense of who they are living their lives on this planet. And Star Trek at its best did that time and time again. It gave us insight into ourselves and ideas about ourselves, something to think about. Something to think about. And there were times when there were scripts coming down that had nothing to think about. And those upset me. And I became an irritant. I would go to the producers and say, we have to talk about the script. Well, the producers on a television series, if they manage to live and survive, come out with, because while you're shooting this episode, they're struggling with another script that has to start shooting in 3 or 4 days, and it's not ready yet, and they're working 24 hours a day to try to get it right, and here you come to complain about the one you're shooting, They don't want to hear about it. That's done as far as they're concerned. They're on to the next one. So it's difficult. But, these are the struggles that you have when you're doing a television series. It's not unique to Star Trek. It's unique to, it's true with every television series.
And you were back on television recently. Is there any Fringe fans here? I think it's sort of outstanding. I think one of the best things on television, and I think a lot of people here agree with me. And it was interesting to see how how working with Orson Kurtzman and of course JJ on the Star Trek film led to your work on Fringe. But you also had a little problem with some of the hollowness there.
Well, yeah. I was very, very happy with what happened on the Star Trek movie, this last one. I thought that all of them, Orsi, Kurtzman, J.J. Abrams, really got it. They treated me very well. Whenever I arrived, you could feel that they were appropriately in awe.
You should be a director.
Yeah, they're great. Here comes the old timer, Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Anyway, they treated me very well, and I thought the movie was terrific. I thought they gave me interesting stuff to play as Spock, and I thought they handled the whole Spock story extremely well. And I was grateful. I was very grateful. When it was done, I thought, okay, that's that. And then one day I got a call from JJ, who said we have this series called Fringe, which I had never seen. I don't watch a lot of that, a lot of television. I really don't. I'm a news junkie and documentaries and stuff like that. And I go to see movies. But he said we have this series called Fringe, and there's a character named William Bell who we've never seen, and he described the character a little bit. And he said we'd really appreciate it. You would come in and do a few episodes for us. So I agreed to do three episodes. And those 3 episodes, for me, were not terribly satisfying, because they used me to deliver information. This is what's going to happen. This is what you have to watch out for. You have to trust me. You better believe me. And I know you have reason not to believe me, but you have to believe me. I must have said that 5 times. And then we were through with the 3. And they said, will you do 2 more? And I said, no, I haven't enjoyed this very much, frankly. And they gave me these little things to do. You who saw it know what I'm talking about. And do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, okay. So then they called me and said, will you do 2 more? And I said, no. I said, thanks, I think I've done it. And they said, well, this is different. We have a really interesting story for William Bell. And they told me what the story was. And I said no. And then JJ called me, and I owe him a lot, and I respect him a lot, I really do. So I said, okay, JJ, but you must know that I've been frustrated with the first 3. He said, this is a whole different thing. And I agreed to do it, and I'm glad I did. I'm really glad I did, because I thought it worked out very well. I found it interesting that Bell goes out in sort of a blaze of glory, saving the rest of the people, like Spock did at the end of Star Trek II.
There was definitely an echo there.
Yeah, definitely an echo, yeah. So somebody was watching Star Trek II when they were writing the script.
Probably about horses. It's Star Trek. That's fantastic. And then, as far as directing, how did you find yourself getting into directing? Going back, you said once that it was sort of you backed into it accidentally. But it was a big career decision for you. Why?
How did I find it?
Why did you pursue that direction?
Why did I do it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
was there any of the frustration that led to it?
I had done some television directing, and I thought I knew how to do it. And frankly, when Star Trek II was finished and it was so successful, I was jealous. Because I thought, I know Nick Meyer did a very good job with the script and directing it. But I thought to myself, I know more about Star Trek than Nick Meyer does. And if I can get a decent script, I think I could do a good job with these characters. I think I know how to get it done. And it's about time, if I'm ever going to do it, now's the chance, because they wanted me in Star Trek 3. And I had that, what was known as leverage in the movie. So when they said, we'd like to know if you want to be involved in the making of Star Trek 3, I said yes, I'd like to direct it. And the next thing I knew, I'm in a meeting with Michael Eisner, who was the head of Paramount, told him what I had in mind. He said, oh, I don't know, you wanted Spock killed at the end of Star Trek 2, why should we have you directing this? I said, wait a minute, that's not true. This rumor had gotten out that Spock died at the end of Star Trek 2 because I insisted on it, which was not true at all. Not true at all. So he said, it's not true? I said, no, Michael, the contract, he said, it's in your contract. I said, the contract is in the building you're in. Have somebody go get the contract and get it. Well, he said, you say it's not in there, I believe you. I said, believe me, Michael, it was not in my contract that Spock had to die. It's somebody else's idea, And I said, you have two problems. You want somebody to play Spock, that's me, and you want somebody to direct the movie. I can do that. So I can solve two problems for you. He said, okay, and that's the way it happened. So I did 3, and as I said, they had a tight chokehold on me because I'd never done a feature. But it worked out okay. Before it opened, they called me and asked me to do another one.